So the topic that we will discuss for this virtual class will be the benefit cost ratio. So just a quick introduction on what it is. Basically, no, kaning ato ang basic benefit cost ratio is another method of determining whether our project or our investment is economically justifiable or not. In government agencies, most of the time they use this benefit cost ratio because it is just very easy to analyze. So this will be its formula, okay? Benefit cost ratio. So from the term benefit cost ratio, you just have to um, divide all the benefits over its cost. Okay, so if the net benefit, we can get it by subtracting the disbenefits from the benefits. Okay, so what are these benefits? Basically, they are advantages. Okay, so if you have a project and all the revenue and income that you receive from it will be considered as benefits. So kung beneficial siya to the owner, then that would be accounted as benefits. On the other hand, these benefits are the expected, undesirable, or negative consequences to the owners. So these are the disadvantages, no? See these benefits. So for example, the contractor is supposed to construct a road, no, farm to market road. So from the farm to the market road, so that the transportation of um, the farmers, no, in their harvest kay mahimo siya og convenient for them. So the government is supposed to propose a project to create a farm to market road. So the disbenefit for that is the because wala pa man siya existing nga road, so puno pa siya og mga kahoy-kahoy and other mga plants, no? And if those plants are valuable, then kung mag-clearing ta ma-clear gito na to ang mga kahoy ug other crops nga valuable. Therefore, katong amount, no, monetary value of that cleared trees and other valued crops will be the disbenefits because that would be the disadvantages. Okay, but though the advantage or the benefit will be the people will have a convenience, or the farmers will have convenience in their transportation from farm to the market. Okay, so costs, no, are all the anticipated expenditures for construction, operation, and maintenance. Cost is basically just the expenses. Okay, so you total all the expenses. Now, you have to make sure that all of the benefit, the disbenefits, the cost, they are in the same kanang timeline. For example, in the given problem, imuhang benefits kay annual, disbenefits kay annual, imuhang cost kay present worth. Therefore, you have to convert either the benefits or the disbenefits into the present or the cost into the future, so that same ang ilahang timeline sa imuhang cash flow. Okay? So now, let's try and have, but before the examples, na dito gitawag na decision guideline or our criteria, no, in deciding whether the ratio, the resulting ratio is acceptable or not. Okay, so if the benefit cost ratio is greater than or equal to 1, then that would mean that we will accept the project as economically justified. And however, if it is lesser than 1, then the project is not economically acceptable. So, ingana lang iyahang criteria. Greater than or equal than 1, it is okay, or it's economically acceptable. But if it is lesser, then the project is not acceptable. So we have sample problems here. Let's try to solve this. No? A non-profit educational research organization is contemplating an investment of 1,500,000 pesos in grants to develop new ways to teach people the rudiments of profession. The grants would extend over a 10-year period and would achieve an estimated savings of 500,000 pesos per year in professors' salaries, student tuition, and other expenses. The program would be an addition to ongoing and planned activities. Thus, an estimated 100,000 pesos a year would have to be released from other programs to support the educational research. A rate of return of 15% is expected. Is this a good program or not? Okay. Uh, when you answer problems like this using benefit cost ratio, all you have to do is to identify asa ang benefit, asa ang disbenefit, and aha ang iyahang total cost. Then you just have to directly substitute that to your formula, and then that would be all. You will be able to get the answer. So in this case, there are three figures that we can see. Natay 1.5 million, natay 500,000, and we have 100,000. Kani si 1.5, definitely this will be the cost. No other else. The estimated savings will be your benefit, kay savings man mo siya. And then the 100,000, because it ingon din hino nga, kani siya nga educational research, this would be an addition to your already ongoing and planned activities. So additional lang siya nga project. Therefore, naa kay ikaltas gikan sa lain nga program para ma-support nimong additional educational research. Therefore, kani si 100,000, this would be a disbenefit. No, disbenefit siya kay kailangan makamukaltas pa og money from the other programs. Okay? So, you have all those givens. However, if you can notice, si benefit nga 500,000 is already per year or annual. Si this benefit nga 100,000 is also per year. Okay, if you can see, it is in here. Gani siya. Okay, let's this one. Okay, that's already naka-annual form na sila. But your cost is in present form. Kay first cost man na siya, so na siya sa year 0. Therefore, kailangan na to i-convert si cost into the annual form using the annual worth factor. Okay, so kabalo naman ta sa formula ana, just a little bit of review and we will be able to get the answer. So solution na to, no? Benefit 500,000 per year. Then we have this benefit, we have 100,000 per year. The cost is 1.5 billion present worth. Therefore, we have to look for its A, or the annual worth. We have to convert it into its annual worth given the present worth, given your I, and given your number of years. So we have a formula for that. I'm sure that we already know those formulas, so all we have to do is to review it and use it here. So mo ni siya class, no? Therefore, you will have a cost of 298,850 per year. So substituting all these benefits, this benefit and cost to your formula, you will get a benefit cost ratio of 1.34. Therefore, ang imong conclusion or the answer to your problem is the project is justified since it is greater than 1. Okay? So let's go to another example. The national government intends to build a dam and hydroelectric project in the Cagayan Valley at a total cost of 455.5 million. The project will be financed by a soft foreign loan with a rate of interest of 5% per year. the annual cost for operation, maintenance, distribution facilities, and others would total 15.1 million. Annual revenues and benefits are estimated to be 56.5 million. If the structures are expected to last for 50 years with no salvage value, determine the benefit cost ratio of the project. Okay? So pangitaon gyapon nato ang benefit cost ratio sa ato ang project so that we would find out if it is acceptable or not. So it was not asked in the problem. So, kani siya class, pwede duha imong pamaagi, no? Again, if masiyang ka sa annual worth or masiyang ka sa annual worth, you may convert your total cost or the one that is in the present form into the annual form. But if masiyang ka sa present worth, then you can convert all the annual cost or the annual cash flow into its present value. Okay, so let's try and solve the benefit cost ratio using the equivalent uniform annual cost method or the annual cost. Meaning, tanan present nga value himo nimo siya annual. So imuha siyang i-align into its annual values. Okay? So na kay annual benefit anong 56.5 man si benefit. Going back no kato si benefit ka ganina so si benefit ka ganina was stated nga it is kanang revenue ni siya si 56.5 million. And then getting the EUAC or the annual cost, okay? Si 455.5 million, it is based on the problem. That is your first cost. And then kanina din si 15.1, this one, 15.1 million, that is your cost nimo sa operation, annual cost nimo sa operation, maintenance, and other facilities. So, kani siya, naka-annual na ni siya, kani siya, naka-present. That is why you have to convert it into its annual worth, no, using this factor. So, we already know the formula for that. Wala na ako siya gi-appeal sa solution class, no, kay taas na siya, but in your answer sheets, I would expect nga na siya formula din haa, no? So again, do not skip solutions. Okay, so mo ni ang imuhang total nga uniform annual cost. Okay? So therefore, makuha na nimo imuhang benefit cost ratio. In this problem, wala siya stated nga this benefit. So that's okay as long as naakay numerator and denominator. So, benefit nimo is 56.5 and then the total cost annually is 40.06 million. Okay, so you divide that, you will get 1.41 nga benefit cost ratio. Therefore, this is a good project. Okay, we also have a solution here using present worth cost method. But pasabot, imuhang mga cost nga naka-present na or imong mga cash flow nga naka-present na as is lang sila. On the other hand, ang imuhang mga annual nga mga cash flows, imo silang i-convert into the present. So, therefore, si benefit kay okay, so si benefit no kay kuan man ni si benefit, it is annually, as stated in the problem, you have to convert it into its present. So, finding P given A. Okay, so you will have this answer. Again, you have to show the formula for this one. And then, si cost, we already have kaganina nga naka-annual na siya, but we can just also use this one. Kani si 455.5 million naka-present na ni siya because this is your initial cost. Kani siya naka-annual no, nga kani siya operation, maintenance, etc. So that one, you have to convert that into its present worth. Okay? Using also the formula that must be shown in your answer sheets. Therefore, nakay present worth cost nga 731.164 times 10 to the power of 6. So, medyo dako-dako siyang amount. So, ako na siyang scientific notation. Therefore, no, nakay benefit, nakay cost. Again, wala ni siya this benefit nga project since it was not stated in the problem. Therefore, your benefit cost ratio is also the same with your benefit cost ratio using annual cost. So, dapat the same ra sila. Pareha raman sila amount. Igo raman mo sila gi-convert into a different timeline. So, nagyapong kay 1.41 na ratio. So, therefore, it is a good project. Okay, so ana lang. Dali ra gyud ni benefit cost ratio. The only thing that is murag kumbaga challenging ani is just in to identify whether it is a benefit or a disbenefit. Okay? So there's another thing with benefit cost ratio. Dili ra di siya maka-answer sa question nga ang project or ang investment economically justifiable ba or dili. But also, it can also compare alternative. So, pwede dita mag-compare og alternative. So, how do we do it? In computing the benefit-cost ratio by the following example for a given alternative, the benefits and cost used in the calculation represent the differences between the alternatives. So, dali ra no, kung naka-compare duha ka alternative, all you have to do is to subtract one from another, benefit niya, subtract po ang iyahang cost. And then, kung makakuha ka og greater than 1, pareha siya og kanang criteria with rate of return on additional investment. So, kung greater than 1 ka, so you will choose the one that has the higher investment, katong larger nga investment. But if it is not, then you would choose the one with the lesser investment. Okay, so ingana ang benefit cost ratio when comparing when it is used in comparing alternatives. So let's have an example. So kanino duha ka alternative. Two routes are under consideration for a new highway. So si Route A would be located about 5 miles from the central business district and would require longer travel distances by local commuter traffic. So Route B would pass directly through the downtown area, and although its construction cost would be higher, it would reduce the travel time and distance for local commuters. Okay, so mas taas daw ang kaning ruta nga A, no? Compared sa B. Okay, however, mas mahal ang construction ni B. Okay? So, mo ni ilaha mga details. Na siya initial cost, maintenance per year, road user cost per year. So, kung i-identify na to ni diri class no, kabalo man taon sa ang initial cost, kabalo taon sa ang maintenance, this is a cost, si maintenance. This road user cost, mo ni siya ang kibali mahatag nga amount or monetary value kung ma-construct na ang isa ka dalan. Meaning kani siya nga amount ang benefit ni siya because this would be the monetary value of the convenience of the road users. Kumbaga kung magbayad pa na sila sa ilang every time they pass by that road, mo ni sila ang imuhang accumulated amount kumbaga. Okay, so this is a benefit. If the roads are assumed to last 30 years with no salvage value, which route should be accepted on the basis of a benefit cost analysis using an interest rate of 15%. Okay? So, kana no, these are the details. So, tanaw na to siya. And then later, we will use it for our computation. Okay? So, let's have the solution. Okay. Okay, sige. So, karon kung sa nato ang iyahang annual cost, its difference, and also the difference between the benefits. Wala man siya this benefit nga stated in the problem. And then after that, I had na to siya i-divide. So, EUAC, no, we're using the annual cost. Therefore, we are converting all the cash into its annual form. Okay, so pero pwede ka magamit atong present. It's up to you. But for the benefit of solution, annual lang atong gamiton. So, mo ni muhang initial cost for A, and you have to convert it annually because initial cost is a present value, plus 700, that would be your maintenance cost per year. So, naakay kani siya nga amount. Okay? On the other hand, for your route B, this would be your initial cost. It is in present value, therefore you have to convert it into its annual worth plus the maintenance, annual maintenance of route B. So this would be the annual cost, total annual cost of route B per year annually. Okay? So karon, we can now get also the incremental annual benefit, or in other words, the difference between two benefits. So kang, let's see ha. So kang route A, ang iyahang benefit or the road user cost is kani siya nga amount. Okay, that is 10 million. On the other hand, kang route B mo po ni iyahang benefit 4 million. Mas mahal si route B, mas gamay po siya benefit, pero mas mahal po siya og maintenance. Okay? Pero mas mubo ang iyahang travel time. On the other hand, si route B, A rather, mas barato siya in everything pero mas taas siya. So we have to get the ratio of the benefit and the cost. So mo ni siya ato ang incremental annual cost, i-minus lang nato si kanduha. Okay, therefore we have this value, 8.015 million. So we will divide this one and the kanikan siya, incremental annual benefit, to get the benefit cost ratio. Okay, naakay 6 million nga benefit, naakay 8 million nga cost. Therefore, your benefit cost ratio is 0.7486 and it is less than 1. Sa to pa, okay, because same man siya og criteria for choosing with the rate of return on annual investment, pareha sila og concept. Therefore, you will not go for the one that has a larger investment. Okay, kay di man gamay man kay siya og benefit cost ratio. Therefore, you would go for the one that has minimum investment, which is route A. Okay, so route A should be selected for construction. So, ingana ang iyahang pamaagi when we apply benefit cost ratio using comparing alternatives. So we have a last example. Comparing alternatives, kaya po ni siya class, no, using benefit cost ratio. So 4 alternatives for providing electric power supply to a small town have been identified with the following annual benefits and cost. Okay, so nakakapat ka alternative na sila lahi-lahi nga details. So again, the problem, wala siya this-benefit, no? Benefit lang ang naka-state. So, dali rin niya siya. Select the best alternative using the benefit-cost ratio analysis. Kani po siya class, save gyapon with ROR on additional investment. I-compare ni mo anam-anam ang alternative, no? And then, the one who will prevail, siya ang, the one who is economical than the other, siya ang mo prevail para sa sunod nga comparison. Therefore, unahan mo si AB, and then kung kinsay mas economical sila duha, siya ang mo prevail para na pod i-compare kang C, and so on and so forth till you get the conclusion to your problem. Okay? So, parehara ganina, get all the benefits and also the cost, minus nimo sila duha, and then see if it is greater than or less than 1. Okay, so una takang A and B. So, kani sila duha. Okay, so I hope you remember that, no? Kadin ako siya mabalik ang slide. A with B, comparing A with B. If you also notice in the given, puros na siya annual, so you don't have to convert anything into its present worth. But if you want to lisod-lisod yourself, you may, pero dapat ang benefit o ang cost ang imuhang i-convert, kay both man sila in annual. Okay? So, this is your A, alternative A, nga benefit. This is your alternative B nga benefit. Okay, this is your alternative A nga cost, and this is your alternative B nga cost. If this is greater than 1, then therefore you would go for the one with the larger investment. Go ka, kay greater ba siya kang 1? Pasabot okay siya, even though mas mahal siya og cost kaysa kang B, but dako man siya og benefits. Okay, so therefore kay 1.12 man ang iyahang answer nga benefit cost ratio ni A ug B, and it's greater than 1, therefore you would prefer alternative A. Okay? So, si alternative A ang prevail. So, now you will compare it with alternative B. No. Alternative C. So, si A na pugka og si C. Same thing. Ano siya ang benefit ni A, benefit ni C. Okay, benefit ni A, cost ni A, cost ni C. Okay, so, it is, as you can see, no, ang iyahang benefit cost ratio is 14. Dako kaayo. Dako kayang benefit cost ratio class. Therefore, you may conclude that A is still preferable over C. Kaya even though mahal siya og annual cost, but dako man po siya benefit, and then pasado man iyahang ratio, therefore you would go for alternative A. So, last, no, nabili na lang kay si D, you compare A with D. Same thing. Same thing, no? Mo ni iyahang annual benefit ni A, annual benefit ni D, annual cost ni A, and then annual cost ni D. You have 1.99 as your benefit cost ratio. And it is greater than 1. Greater than 1 na siya class, no? Therefore, you may conclude nga si A gyapon ang economical sila duha. Kay maskin barato ra si D, nara iyang cost 420, pero mas dako pod kaayo og benefit si A, and the ratio is acceptable. Okay, therefore, you would go for alternative A. Meaning, si alternative A ang ni-prevail sa tanan, so your conclusion would be to select alternative A. Okay? So, mo na siya class. That is how benefit cost ratio works. Basically, dali ra gid siya. Identify lang gid ka sa benefit og asa si disbenefit og asa si cost. They are always given in the problem, or if not, makita ra gid na nimo siya. And then after that, you have to make sure that all of their timelines or kanang ilahang value are the same, are uniform. So kung naka-annual, dapat annual tanan. Kung naka-present pud tanan. Okay, so if there is a need to convert, then you have to convert using the factors. Present worth factor, annual worth factor, kung future worth factor. So after that, okay, then imo na lang dayong i-divide ang duha. Okay, so I think that would be all for our benefit cost ratio topic. Do you have any questions, class, regarding the topics? I mean the examples discussed?